All right, so we're heading to a report of a shooting.
77th Unit Prowler, complaint 645.
Victim down in the roadway without any pants, suffering from a gunshot wound, unknown location. But we're just gonna see what's up real quick. Oh, we already have a crime scene. Okay, we're gonna go around because the ambulance is there, and we want to go to the other side of that, so we have to go down to 76th Street, which is probably where this guy is coming from. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Tight squeeze for the land yacht that we're driving. You know, the Taurus isn't quite as big as the Vic. The Vic, well, I don't know. There's a lot of debate on how it feels in comparison, but this feels a lot smaller, a lot smaller and a lot more nimble to me. Even though it probably isn't. I think it's probably about the same size. The Vic's a little longer, I do know that, but yeah, this thing feels a hell of a lot smaller. All right.
11:30. Can I get a clear frequency for a crime broadcast, please?
Crime broadcast. Yes, you can.
77, stand by. 12-873, go ahead.
Looks like we do have a victim.
11:30. 80W, I heard Northwest Sarasota at 7524.
Damn, a lot of blood in the street. And my assumption is that the crime scene is going to be here, so we'll stop right here. There's no need for us to go into the crime scene, or at least what I expect to be the crime scene. And they might not be transporting. And yeah, there's quite a bit of blood in the roadway here, so. Okay, she's gonna be coming straight across, right in front of us. Good morning.
Morning.
I figured you'd go there with the tape, so. So, whew, it's cold. So right here we had a shooting. We've got a single victim that's still in the ambulance, has not been transported yet. Usually when they do that, it's because one of two things. One, they're in really good condition, and they're just, you know, stabilizing in the ambulance and then they're going to transport to a local area hospital. Or the second option, which is they're not doing very well and they're actually debating on whether to transport the victim or to keep them here and then have the coroner come and get them here. So that's kind of where we're at. And there's not a lot of urgency with that RA. So we'll speak with the supervisor that's here and we'll see what he has to say. But just looking at the amount of blood in the roadway right now, it's probably not. It's probably the latter option. And there is an officer riding in the ambulance with the victim. So. And that's so they have a direct line with the officer who's handling this incident, knowing whether or not this person's going to make it. So the shot we just saw, you can actually see our victim in the back of the ambulance, and he looks to be, oh, I just saw him. Let's see if we can see him again here. Yeah, I can see his shoulder. All right, well, lost
If I'm staying here, can I pass?
lost a lot of blood, but he looks to be okay. He's sitting up, unless it's a friend of his. But they normally don't allow that, so.
One second, okay?
Tell you what's this? Another thing of Vaseline?
Yeah.
And a vape thing, right?
Yeah.
And what's that? Cocaine? No lighter?
No.
And a bullet casing. It's really cold. Is it really cold or am I being okay? So as of right now, we're probably going to take off and go back available. We'll have our editor follow up with 77th Division and see if this is even worth feeding. I don't think so right now. They're treating it obviously very serious. They have the crime scene up and everything like that, but it's not. I'm 99% sure that was our victim sitting up in the back. So if that's the case, then probably not a fatal shooting. We'll shoot street signs and we're going to get out of here. Oh, yeah, definitely shot in the stomach. Tay, check it out. All right, so we're here at Obama and La Cienega, obviously in front of the 7-Eleven. There is a gentleman who has been shot in the stomach. Not sure if the shooting happened here or somewhere else and he got dropped off. I think, oh no, it happened here. There's a casing in the, yeah.
I just passed by.
Really?
I just passed by in a patrol car.
It happened right here. There's 2 casings in the parking lot. He got shot in the stomach. Well, good thing you weren't here when it happened.
I wish I was here. I was on.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it would have been a good thing. Yeah, he's all right though. So I'm seeing two casings, looks like 9mm, in the parking lot here. LAFD is sending the RA right now. You can hear it coming. The truck and the engine are here already, so firefighters are already attending to our victim. However, they need to get him in an ambulance and get him to the hospital as soon as they can. Usually, if we have someone who's been shot, that's a pretty serious situation, obviously. And we're gonna move spots so we can get a better transport shot.
Battery just occurred. Western and three suspected monitor additional equipment 0269 and are you communicating?
Questions, comments, concerns? Usually, gunshot wound to the stomach, you do survive. A lot of times people lose like intestine and stuff, which is kind of obviously not a good thing. But yeah, usually they survive, but you never know. I mean, just because it entered the stomach doesn't mean that's where the bullet ended up. But he's moving around a lot. He's talking. That's always a good start. Cool. Yeah, where an incident occurs and what neighborhood it's in absolutely plays a factor in whether it's going to be a story that's of interest to the news stations. grab a couple bullet casing shots, and then I think we're good. Ready? All right. You're gonna have to move, Tater. Perfect. They're transported our victim, obviously in serious condition. And we're gonna type up what we have thus far, and then we're gonna send it. We've got another story from earlier. So this is number three. Number three tonight, second shooting, third incident. So we'll process, if I can get my trunk open, there we go. We'll process this one, and then we'll process the prior one, and then we should be all set. Yeah, second shooting, definitely not related. Well, never say never, you never know. So, Georgian Olympic, LAPD saying that somebody was possibly stabbed at the Jeddah Marriott hotel, which is kind of like a nice hotel, nicer, probably one of the nicest in downtown, actually. Somebody was stabbed there, so we're gonna head over and see what's up. See if they were actually stabbed. Maybe it was a robbery. Maybe it was just a transient, which is another word for a person who does not have housing. I know.
Male, conscious and breathing, approximately 30 years old.
Suffering from a stab wound.
Suffering from a stab wound to his left arm.
Left arm. All right. Well, still, the circumstances could be interesting. Okay, like I was saying, I said during the episode, the Karen episode, which is actually really good. You should go back and watch that after this episode. Don't leave this episode yet. But when you get a chance, go watch the Karen episode. And I said at the end there was a situation involving a transient, and there's a lot of messages. People were like, well, Zach, why does it matter if they're trans? And I'm like, that's not what I'm talking about. They're a transient with a T, and that means that they are probably homeless. So I guess nobody's heard that word. I thought that was pretty common. It's very common here, and especially on the radio, but obviously not so much in other places. I thought that was fairly interesting. Alrighty. Alright, we're gonna have to do a little maneuver here. The quickest way over to where we need to go is this way. Ah. Well, looks like it might just be out on the street. I mean, it is right out front of the hotel, so...
Bay Century Ambulance Battery, 950 South Flower, good to 295 with 182.
What do you think, Tay? What do you think? Guy on the ground, stab wound to the arm. What do you think?
I don't think they were in the Ritz-Carlton.
No?
No.
That is true. You never know. You never know. We'll go across.
48.5 East Palm Street, Avenue.
We'll go across the street here. Film from a distance. Because you never know. Could be a robbery, stabbing upstairs or out front. I mean, there's a Lamborghini in the driveway over there. So, is it related? In the moment right now, we do not know. Everything, however, is a possibility. So. Is that a person or a dog howling? Oh, it's a dog. I thought it was a guy. That's funny. So, one male getting transported right now with a stab wound, like the officer said, to the arm. Seems like he's in stable condition. There was a large crowd up front. Don't think that they were related to that, but again, we were just kind of bored. This is not a huge deal. Top story right now. So yeah, not a huge deal. Guy stabbed to the arm. Really common down here, actually. Very common, come to think of it. Too common. Too common. Any questions? Nothing. Nothing at all. Then it is too common, isn't it? All right, we're out of here.